2022 Infiniti Q50 Preview, Redesign, Red Sport, Changes. This sporty luxury sedan has been around for a pretty long time, but it still looks fresh, at least when it comes to the exterior design. Also, it features two quite powerful engines, so it's no wonder that Nissan's luxury division isn't rushing with changes. Therefore, the 2022 Infiniti Q50 is expected to carry on in the same way, as the current generation still has something to show. So, you may count on a rather familiar vehicle, which offers gorgeous styling, powerful engine options and spacious and comfortable seats. However, it isn't without flaws, as the infotainment system is quite complicated to use, while handling and overall driving experience definitely aren't in the same league as rivals from Germany. All in all, the next year probably won't bring bigger changes than typical yearly updates. You may expect new color options and some additions to the list of standard equipment. Anything more than that would be a real surprise. The 2022 Infiniti Q50 should arrive sometime in the last quarter of the year. 2022 Infiniti Q50 Redesign. When it comes to base design characteristics, the 2022 Infiniti Q50 will carry on in the same way. The current generation has been around for nearly 8 years and still rides on a good old FM platform. That may be one of the reasons why this sedan isn't as engaging as some much younger rivals. Still, a good thing to know is that we are talking about a genuine RWD layout, while models with all-wheel drive are also available. Visually, this model hasn't changed too much through these nearly 8 years of production. However, it still looks very fresh, thanks to the gorgeous bodywork that includes lots of smooth and curvy lines. It's easy to conclude that the next year's model won't feature any bigger changes either, though there is always a chance to see a new color option or two, as we already mentioned. Interior. Bigger changes aren't expected on the inside either. The 2022 Infiniti Q50 will continue with a familiar cabin layout, which offers a lot of good things, but also has a couple of flaws. When it comes to things we like, the first thing we should mention is the amount of space. Both rows are quite generous. We particularly like the front seats, which are some of the best in the class. Also, the visibility is great too. In terms cargo capacity, the trunk measures around 13.5 cubic feet, which is quite typical for the class. When it comes to things we don't like, the main complaint goes to the dual-screen infotainment system, which is quite complicated to use. When it comes to the overall quality, things are quite okay, though most rivals look classier. Features. When it comes to features, we could see a couple of additions to the list of standard equipment, but most of the things are about to remain the same. The current model comes standard with the aforementioned dual-screen infotainment system that consists of 7 and 8-inch touch screens, as well as Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, HD radio, satellite radio, a Wi-Fi hotspot, voice recognition, Bluetooth, keyless entry, dual-zone climate control, etc. Additionally, you can get things like navigation, a 16-speaker Bose premium stereo, ambient interior lighting, moonroof, etc. The same thing goes for safety. The current model comes standard with forward collision warning, forward automatic emergency braking, and a rear-view camera. When it comes to options, you can find things like blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, rear cross-traffic alert, reverse automatic emergency braking, a surround view parking camera system, rear parking sensors, lane keep assist, adaptive headlights, and front pre-crash seat belts. 2022 Infiniti Q50 engines. This aspect definitely won't bring changes. So, the 2022 Infiniti Q50 is about to carry on with two familiar engine options in the offer. We are talking about the same 3.0-liter V6 twin-turbo engines, which come in two output variants. Base models are good for about 300 horsepower, which is the highest output for any base model in the class. Additionally, you can get a 400 HP version, which delivers some pretty serious performances. Both engines come with a 7-speed automatic transmission. Rear-wheel drive is standard, while AWD models are also available. When it comes to fuel economy, the base engine returns around 20 mpg in the city and 29 mpg on the highway, which is below average for the class. The optional 400 HP is even thirstier, as it returns around 19 mpg in the city and 26 mpg on the highway. 2022 Infiniti Q50 release date and price. We expect to see 2022 Infiniti Q50 sometime in the last quarter of the year, with the starting price of around $37,000. There is also a coupe version of this sedan, known as the Infiniti Q60.